It's so well designed. I hate you, game. I actually fucking hate you so much. What a game. That was awesome. Heavy, but Jesus Christ. Woo. Ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to make this quick video, and it will be super short because I don't want to spoil it for anybody, about this absolute gem of a game that we stumbled across today, which you should just be aware of. It's only a couple of quid. It's a couple of bucks. You're going to get a good 3-4 hours out of this. That's all, but goddamn, what a spectacular piece of work this is. And it's definitely something more people should be aware of. It's called Stories Untold by a little studio called No Code, who've put out a couple of games. We're currently playing through the second one based off the back of this. It's not a sequel. It's a different game entirely. What is it? What is this thing? Okay, so you can see in the background we've got a sort of episodic adventure, just 4 episodes here. You can see it says 4 stories, 1 nightmare. The idea is each of the first 3, at least, are almost standalone games. You can play them on their own in any order you want. It's recommended by me, certainly, that you go 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And 4 will unite them all together in an interesting way. And the premise of this that's going to turn people off, so I'm going to give people a minor spoiler here, but it's not a spoiler to the story, so don't worry about that, is that it presents itself initially as a text-based adventure. So we're going to jump in here. Don't worry, I'm very, very aware of how spoilerish this game is, so I'm not going to ruin anything for you. Is that it presents itself as a text-based adventure. What I will say is not all a text-based adventure. It's done intentionally for a setting purpose. Don't worry about that if you think, oh, is this some sort of like retro, like 60s game or something? Like 70s video game? No, it is not. In fact, it's got this Stranger Things vibe I'm sure you're picking up right now. The 1986 is when the game is set in England. And again, it's I'm just going to let the intro kind of run its course here because it's so wonderful. So it almost presents itself like a TV show, but that's not how it's going to play out. Now, I will say this, it is extremely dark. It's very, very heavy, but it's worth it because the journey you go on is fantastic. So if you're not put off by things like very, very dark and heavy stories, which I know many of you aren't, then you're going to have a really good time with this, a very, very good time with this. So look at how it presents itself. Okay, so it's almost like you're playing a very classic 70s and 80s video game, how it used to be, when we weren't able to create, you know, interesting graphics and in a world of Battlefield 5 and killing giant raid bosses. This is the kind of thing people used to play. Now, again, I think this is what will turn off most people because they'll look at the face of it and just go, you know, it doesn't look very good. But trust me, it's so good. So let's do a little starter just so you get an idea of how to get going in the game. You pull up to the driveway of the family holiday home and park the car. It's dark, but it's as idyllic as you remember from all that time ago. You remember being told to look in the glove box before going in. It's good to be back. So then you're just left with a command line, so we could do things like open glove box. Inside is a key and a handwritten note from Dad. You take both. Okay. Read note. The note is from your dad and reads, "Hi son, I hope you enjoyed your break. You'll need to fire up the generator around back to get power and also lights on. Also, found something in the attic for you. It's in your room. Enjoy." So don't worry, a big problem people used to have in these games were how many commands were on offer. If you hit escape, it simply shows you. Commonly used text input commands include look at, go to, use, open, and read. Now, they've actually got a ton more. The game is very intuitive as to what you're trying to do, which I found spectacular. I actually didn't open that menu at all during my first playthrough and played through the entire game, no problem. Everything made sense to me as to what we're supposed to do. So you have to, for the beginning, certainly, you've got to engage your imagination a little bit as to where you are. We're in the car right now, right? We're in the car, we've opened the glove box, we've got a key to the house, and we've got a note from Father, which is saying we should go and check our bedroom. So, what would we do from there? You've got to think about it. Well, I would get out of car. Right? You open the car door and step out. The house is grand, sat perfectly amongst the trees. In front of you is the front door, and the yard stretches around the side of the house. Alright, so let's go to yard. You take a walk around to the yard. The yard has been well maintained. You spend a lot of time here with your family on holiday trips. Good memories. And then we can do look around. See what's around us. You see a generator on the back wall of the house. Use generator. You switch the generator on and it whirs to life. The house is still dark. Okay? You walk back around to the front of the house. The house is grand, sat perfectly. And then you can see how it goes on from here. Now, if I go any further than this, and I'm not exaggerating here, if I go literally any further than this, the game is going to start changing and ruining it for your experience. So I wanted to kind of show how it's presented, but I want to be ultra clear on this. This is not how the game develops at all. This is how it starts. It's not where you're going to finish. It's not going to be... You're not going to be sat at this table typing into the screen. Okay? I want that to be clear on this. The reason I really wanted to make this, as I said at the beginning, is this game is fantastic. It's so good. And it's a couple of quid. And if you want a little break from doing World Quests or whatever it is well worth a look. I'm going to stop there because, as I said, if I go any further, it's going to start changing. I don't want you to be ruined. The less you know about this, the better. The less you know about it, the better. Thank you so much for listening, guys. I'll see you again. Bye-bye.